Hello, welcome to the Build with Bear workshop. I'm waiting for a few more people to trickle in. We're starting a half an hour earlier than our normal Saturday stream, so I expect a few people to be caught off guard by that, even though I did say it a few times. I understand that when you break your normal schedule, it can throw people off. So we'll just give a few minutes here, but I did want to start the stream proper. Hello to folks out there watching right now. Hello to people watching later on YouTube. I'm going to put the Bear Cave emote there in chat. If you're a subscriber, why don't you throw that back at me? And hello, we're going to get started. Hello, Zorbs. We're going to get started with the stream in a couple minutes. We're working on our Gundam Exia. We've completed the chest, the torso, the legs. We're going to work on the arms and the head and the weapon. And that'll be the stream. I did start half an hour early because I'm going to end a half an hour early. Normally I go 9 p.m. till 10:30 p.m. Eastern time, but I'm going to do 8:30 till 10 because at like 10 o'clock Eastern time is 1 p.m. Australia time tomorrow, and the League of Heels show is happening on twitch.tv/PAX, so I want to watch that and support the League of Heels. It's the first League of Heels show that I'm not a part of because I did not want to fly myself to Australia. Waffles, hello, welcome. Thanks for throwing the Bear Cave emote up there. Yeah, so we're starting half an hour early, so we get in half an hour early. I know I did an afternoon stream on Thursday. I'm really trying to keep my schedule as it is. Next week we'll be back to the normal schedule. The only thing that could happen is next Saturday, if somebody wanted me on Saturday night to like hang out with them during their extra live stream, I might go do that. That has not happened yet. There's a few, things up in the air. But hello, Waffles. Yeah. But yeah, right now I don't have any definitive plans for Extra Life. I have a panel that day at GaymerX East, but that night I should be streaming normally. Just hopefully waiting for a few more folks to jump in here to watch the stream before we get building. So for you, those of you that are here at 8:30, they're checking it out. I'm going to show this to you. I'm going to show you the only people that know what we're working on next after this Exia, which I don't think we're going to finish tonight, but we're going to get very close to finishing. So on Thursday, we will finish up the Exia and begin a very short project and then immediately go into another thing. But we're going to build the Mega Constructs Charmeleon. This is supposedly like a half an hour build, should be very quick and easy. It's like Legos, but not, because it's Mega Constructs. So that's what we're going to build next. The reason, I keep saying I apologize for that. The reason that we will be building such a silly little thing is I think that Mega Constructs are perfect for travel. I don't want to bring a kit that I'm already working on when I get on a plane or I get on a train or something like that. So because I'm going to PAX Unplugged later in November, I'm going to try out this kit now and then probably pick up a couple kits, and we'll do like 2 kits and that'll be a stream. Because it's adorable, looks nice and easy, but I want to try them out. But that's my plan right now, is a Lego kit travels a lot better than a Gundam kit, and I also like I don't have to bring snipper clips on a plane. So I'm going to give it a shot. They're pretty inexpensive. You can get them on Amazon Prime. I have a couple of them on my Amazon wish list, which I'll put up later, as always. But I thought it would be a fun little easy build and something I know I can do. Like, if it takes half an hour to do, then I can do 2 of them on a stream. No problem. When I'm like in Philly for PAX Unplugged, I can do it during the day that Saturday. And then when I go home for Christmas, I think I'm definitely gonna have 1 stream when I'm down there. I might do 2 because of travel. I might lose a Thursday, so I'm at least gonna do 1 stream when I'm with my folks in South Carolina for Christmas, and I might do 2. I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, well, we got a few people here, viewers. As I said, we're starting early, so let's get into building. So we're working on our Exia. Here's our Exia right here. We ended up on Thursday afternoon with me having a lot of trouble getting these on right. I wasn't sure what was going on. And so I got that on my off time, and then I put the legs on. They snapped on just fine. These legs have a lot of movement to them, which is pretty cool. So that's fun. And has some room for some model kit stuff on the back. I think this kit is done. There's so we have some back parts we have to do, and then that I haven't done yet. I put the legs on, and I've got a few minor pieces that need to go on, and then we can build the arms. So we're almost done here. We got a little bit left to do on the back of this. This camera is auto-focusing again. This camera, this webcam, does not seem to want to do what I tell it to do. So I'm going to quickly fix that. Be back in just a moment here. Yes, it does not want to save that I don't want it to autofocus. Great. So hopefully that'll look good. Hopefully it'll be fine. Hopefully you'll like it. Okay, so let's work on the back of this. We've got to do the back part here. So we'll get our snipper clips handy. And we'll get going. As always, please send me tweets to things that you are building, things that you're working on. I love hearing from you about that. So please, please, please tell me if you're working on anything, if you're doing any model kit building, or you're doing any construction of any kind. Always let me know by sending me tweets about it. Oh, we got here. Not that Will Smith is hosting the stream. It's very nice of Will. Hopefully a few people will join us from that. And we'll get a few more eyes on the prize. Okay, yeah, so we're still working on our Exia. As I said, this is the first real grade build that I've been doing. As I said on stream, I'm pretty psyched about it. It's been really fun to do. Came together pretty easily. There were a few tricky spots. As I said, I had to start and stop a couple times and start over on one of them and kind of take it all apart and then rebuild it, which haven't had to do. This is the 144 scale, and I think I like the 100 scale better. We're not done with the build, but we're getting close to it, and just the way it's coming together. Yeah, I think I prefer the bigger scale. I think I prefer the Master Grade scale. So, it's still good. I like it. I like the look of the kit. I think the kit looks really cool. I just think I prefer the other version of it. So, all right. So we need that, and then we need some F pieces here. So we'll get that going. Yeah, let me know in chat if you're building anything, if you're working on anything tonight. Always feel free to let me know what's up so that we can chat about it, and the time passes just a little quicker. Because I can only talk about what I'm doing while I'm doing it for so long until I want to talk about other things. I've got anime to talk about, so don't you worry. There will be anime talk, but I'm also up for talking about other things. Motorcycle is going by. That happened. So yeah, let me know if chat, if there's extra live streams you're going to be watching next week, you think, next weekend. If you're doing any of that stuff, let me know. I'm going to be at GaymerX East. I'll put a link up in a little bit for information on that. I'm doing a panel on Saturday, and I'm doing a panel on Sunday. So I will be promoting that here. Okay, so let's look at this. So this is basically stupid, and I don't like this part. I'll put it up here. So there's tiny little pieces on the back of this, and I basically have to put a very tiny part on and snap it onto a slightly bigger part, and then that will be the back of it. And I had trouble with the front, and I know I'm going to have trouble with the back. So I might do this off stream later, since it's not super important that I nail it right now, but we'll give it a shot on stream. Waffles, you're going to be supporting the bombers, so you're going to watch some giant bomb stuff. Yeah, I'll definitely be tuning in, especially to Alex's drum stream, because I think it rules. I had wanted to do some the Gundam building with Vinny, but we never went past the it would be cool if we did this conversation into the let's actually do this conversation. So maybe that'll happen someday. I don't think it's going to happen next weekend, but it could happen sometime. But yeah, if you're watching any of that, let me know if you have any plans to do any streaming of your own, all that. Like I said, I'm probably gonna do my normal stream. It might be rough next week because I'm gonna have some stiff competition on a Saturday night, but whatever. I don't mind it. I like keeping up with my schedule. Okay, so these are hard to put on. So this goes on like this, and the back piece goes in the back. So I think if I can get the back piece on first, then I can get the other piece on after that. Yeah, there's just a couple parts of this kit that, because they're small, are a little tough. Waffles, thank you, saying you're going to take a break from that stream when I go on. That's very nice of you. But yeah, I think we'll get some of the regulars in. But Roland Brown, I agree. Even starting a half an hour early, I know there's going to be some people that are going to come in at 9 because I stream at 9 p.m. Eastern. So you know what I'm going to do here? I'm actually going to take the legs off. I think this will be easier for me to put this piece on if the leg is off. So I'm going to take the leg off here and try to put this together with the leg off. And we'll see if that makes it easier, if having the leg off makes this particular piece of this build work better. So that goes in there. This is a little bit of a frustrating part of this build. It's the only honestly frustrating part of this build so far, is that I have to get one of these pieces to stay in place while I put the other piece on it, and it they basically lock together. But getting that one piece to stay in place has been frustrating, and it was frustrating on the other side as well. So this one would be no different. I think this is probably the weakest part of this design, because it's been giving me the most amount of frustration. Nope, that's it. Just when you think you got it, it decides it doesn't like it. So we'll keep pushing at it. We'll keep trying. Well, eventually we will figure this out, and it will all snap together perfectly and be lined up just right. But yeah, but like I said, that's my plans for next week. I at least want to get back to regular schedule. I know this week has been kind of weird with my afternoon stream, and then my doing stream starting early today, half an hour early instead of the normal time. And yeah, but at 10 p.m., I encourage people to go to twitch.tv/PAX2. Or sorry, I say that out of habit. Twitch.tv/PAX at 10 p.m. Eastern tonight. It's 1 p.m. in the afternoon over in Australia. So that is the League of Heels show as part of PAX Australia. And so Aaron Trites will be holding it down there, making it happen. And I would love for him to have the support of some awesome people while he runs his first ever League of Heels show without me, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, I chose not to go to Australia. Someday I'll go. I really want to, but financially couldn't make it happen. And then also I'm very busy this month, so I'm glad that I'm glad that I'm not currently on Australia. That would have been a tough sell for my job. And then I wouldn't have been able to cover for my employee yesterday like I did. Or Thursday, I should say. All right. Let's see if I can nail this right now. I've been taking my sweet time with this particular part of this build. And like I said, it's not 100% necessary for me to finish this part right now. I could skip and do the arms just so that I could get some things done and do this part off stream. But I'd like to try to finish it on stream because I don't like leaving things like that. All right, I got one piece on. Great. One piece is on. Now let's do the other one. Just doesn't look good. That's the main part of this. The other part of this part of this build is I don't think that looks cool. But whatever. All right, we got one more part of this here. We got one half of the back done. We're gonna do the other half. Yeah, if anybody doing any building tonight, let me know. As always, I love hearing about the build stuff that y'all do. So if anybody's working on anything, please let me know. And I'll keep you up to date with what I'm doing. So the anime that I worked on, that I was watching, I'm gonna look up the name of it. You know what? Right Knuckles, you just wrote something, so I'm going to hold off a second on talking about anime to read what you wrote. Did my first build tonight. I chose the Grays from Iron Blood Offerings 1/100. Thanks for the content, Pat. Will there be vendors at the PAX show in Philly for Gundam? So, the thing about Philly is this is the first one. PAX Unplugged, first time they're doing it. And it's a board game focused so I assume that like some of the regulars who go to every PAX will be there. So you're gonna see your level ups and your fan gamer and all those people. But I don't. Okay, I'll say this: PAX West is a bigger show that's been around for a long time. No Gundams for sale. I think that that's not a thing that you're gonna find. I eventually found like things that were like mega constructs that were for sale, that were like model kits for Pokemon, and that's the only thing I could find there. So I don't think you're going to see um, vendors that kind of do what for Gundam or for Lego or anything like that. I think most of the vendors you're going to find at PAX Unplugged in Philly are going to be board games. I think you're going to find a lot of board game ones. Yeah, Roland, you're right. I agree with you. I had a lot of Gundams I could have purchased at New York Comic Con that I didn't because of money stuff, and also because I had a bunch of kits ready for me. But I think I would have had a better time finding stuff there. And yeah, now I'm not expecting to find kits when I go to any kind of video game convention. Oh, all right, so that goes in there. Hello, Mudman. Welcome to the stream. All right. So that goes like that. Starting to think this might be wrong. I'm actually going to look at a picture of this kit and see if I can find the back. Oh, well. I'm looking at the back, but the back has weapons on it. I'm starting to think I put these back pieces on backwards, but every photo I have of this kit doesn't let me see the back without weapons on it, so it's actually hard to tell. But I may have put these on backwards. I'm not 100% sure. You're drawing them in Forza 7 to make mech liveries for cars. Oh, Zorbs, that's awesome. I love that idea. All right, so I think this is right, and it just looks weird, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, so we're gonna put our legs back on. We're gonna say we did that. Oh, there's like one other thing we can do. Oh, okay. Now there's a piece that goes in the empty slot. I now see what that is. So we'll do that. All right. This makes a lot more sense. I thought there was like some weird extra space, but I just didn't look far enough ahead. All right. So D2 and D1. So it's D1, 3, and D7. All right. This makes more sense as to why this looked so weird is because I was skipping a step, which I did a couple times on this. I'll say this build, as easy as it's been, there have been a few spots that have really tripped me up. Okay, so let's talk about anime while I cut out these pieces that I need, or snap out these pieces that I need. Let's get into it. So, I occasionally on YouTube, I will just click on some recommendations of videos that YouTube thinks I will like. And oftentimes it's about anime, and oftentimes they are right. So the name of the series that I've been watching came out in 2014, I guess. And originally I think it was in Funimation, and then eventually ended up on Crunchyroll, which is how I'm watching it. Lord Marksman and the Vanadis. And it appears to be just a 13-episode show, maybe 12, about a guy who's like the duke of a feudal part of a country, and his thing is that he's just trying to protect everybody and be a good guy. And he's a great marksman. He's a great bowsman, and he gets involved in some shenanigans with, I forget the name exactly, but it's like warrior princesses or warrior. They're really tough, badass looking ladies um, who have weapons that were given to them by dragons or made by dragons. I don't know. It's cool. It's a cool fantasy series. I'm pretty into it. I think I watched like 7 of them already. I binged last night, and I'm happy I did because I liked what I saw, and I'm going to stick with it. But yeah, that's hello, Mr. Bob. Welcome. Yeah, so what is it? It's the English translation is terrible. Lord Marksman and the Vanadis does not roll off the tongue and does not stick in my brain, which is why I put it down. I'm sure the Japanese name. I hope the Japanese name is cooler. But yeah, that's like I said, it's kind of old. It's a few years old, but I didn't watch it when it came out, and I saw some clips of the Funimation like dub on YouTube, and I was like, check this out. All right, so I put these things in the back here, and they apparently contain the handles that will become like our weapons, like the beam weapons. Because this has, of course, this is a main show Gundam, so it has beam weapons, and yeah, so we're gonna find those E6. Okay, great. They're right here. So yeah, so these are the handles for the beam weapons, and apparently we built the place you store them, which is important. Note, because they don't want to come out of thin air. You want your Gundam to pull the beam katanas out of somewhere, or beam weapons, or whatever you want to call it. So put that there. Pretty cool. Yeah. So that's the anime I'm watching. Obviously, I think on Thursday I talked about Love is Like a Cocktail, which is on Crunchyroll as well, and is incredibly cute. It's like 3-minute episodes. It follows a married couple. I believe that the husband is a bartender, or he just stays at home, but he knows how to make cocktails. And every episode is around him making a cocktail for his wife, who has worked hard all day as a busy business person, and then comes home and it becomes kind of a different person when alcohol is introduced into her system. She's a lot more fun and playful when she's been drinking. And it's just a quick little lovey-dovey. It's very cute. And then also, I guess the drinks, like they talk about how to make all the drinks. They're very simple so far anyway. And it's pretty cute and fun. And there's like a few other characters that are involved, but it's mostly about them. And I don't know. It's like 3 minutes. You could wait for all of it to be done and then just watch them all in a row. Okay, we are now finally ready. After a half an hour of bullshit, we're ready to start working on our hands. And one thing I'll point out that I think is really cool about this, once I clip these out, we're going to start with our right arm here. So that's B10. This one, right arm. Get this off, and then I'll talk about the thing that I think is pretty cool. Is snap that off there. Okay, so like most things, you're building the skeletal shape here. We've got our skeleton. It's got a hand piece that already came attached that pops off, and there's a couple different hands. But the fact that it's already attached is very unique and very weird. So it wants me to actually take that off and remove it, and then twist this, turn it a little bit, Let's see. I'll make sure I do this right. Yeah, it wants the hand to go down like that, and then this goes sideways, and then that goes that, because we're putting our hand together, putting our arm together. This is the right arm. So that's kind of cool. It's a cool little weird thing that all these pieces are all connected together and already working in tandem. You don't have to put it together because obviously it's a smaller scale. So I'll put that hand aside. And then, as I knew it would, a piece of the front came off, and I'll put that back on later because that part is annoying, so I'm not going to do it on stream. So I just had problems with the back part of that. All right, so now we're building. We need C here. We are building our arm. There's a few different hands that we can build. I believe the closed fist one is the one that we'll work on. And then there's also a bigger fist that we can build. And there's a lot of different versions of the hands. I think there's like 3 sets. Because there's one for, hello, Wadler JL. Welcome to chat. Welcome to the stream. There's like 3 different sets of hands for this. And obviously, we'll end up with the one that you could put weapons in, but we'll do the kind of closed fist one as well, just to show it to you. So we need C1. This is C1. We need 15, which is gray. So yeah, so now we're just putting the armor around our model because we got the inner frame. These are tiny pieces, so I'm going to try to be pretty particular and pretty careful with it. As always, this is the first one, so I will, if I screw up anywhere, it'll be on this, and then I will theoretically correct it by the time we get to the next part. So I'm now looking for the right way to put this on. Okay, found that. And yeah, this is a little tough, but no, there we go. Got it. Got that piece there. Great. All ready to go there. And then the other side will be D13, D113, and C3. Great. So put that there. I got more of our green accent green. Yes, we got more of our green accent pieces here that we're putting on. So that should be cool. Once I figure out where this has to go, and I'm going to trim it down a little bit with my handy dandy snipper clips. I think that's it for anime that I'm watching right now. Like I said, I watched like 7 episodes of that Lord Marksman, which was cool and I was into, and I'll probably keep watching it. All right, and then we need D113, so we'll do that. I haven't watched Stranger Things season 2. Have not watched that yet. I kind of want to wait a little while and then watch it all together. So that might be next weekend. That might be my plan right there. But yeah, as of right now, I have not watched all of it or any of it. Okay, so this goes like this. This goes like this. So this goes. I'll admit I'm not really sure, as always, of what exactly I need to be doing here. We'll put this there. Okay, so I think, yes, this goes on here. It doesn't lock into place until I put the other piece on top of it, and that's going to lock it into place. So we'll do that right now. Cool, we did that part. And it hangs over a little bit. The hand there, great. That's kind of like locked it in place. That looks pretty cool. And we'll do it like that. And now we got to put the other parts of this on. Got to do D1, 24. All right. Rhythm Bastards here. Hello. Too busy laboring New Dog City for anything else. Yeah, Roland. I don't have a a Switch, so I am not hanging out in New Dog City. But I'm psyched for people that are. Obviously, yeah, a lot of video games came out this weekend. So I understand why people are not watching TV because they're playing crazy new video games that came in. Um, so I totally understand that why people are like taking it easy. Okay, so that goes in here. Like that. Rhythm Bastard, welcome to the chat. Hello. No, that doesn't. I'm trying to figure out how this piece goes in. It's trying to tell me, but I'm a little unaware of where these pieces go. As I said, this is the first time I'm doing this part of the kit, so it's being a little annoying with me. I'm going to try doing the other ones here, and this will go a lot faster on the other side once I figure all these out. Again, this is like a kit that I, not only is the first time doing real grade, I don't know this show too well, I don't know the Exia too well, so a lot of these pieces I'm like, are not familiar to me. So I'm just figuring it out. I'm just hanging out here on a stream on a Saturday evening, just doing a little building, hanging out. You know, we're gonna figure this all out together. This is like, you know, just here in a chat room, making things happen, figuring out what I did wrong, which, you know, I think I did. Okay, so this has got to go like this, and that goes like that, and that goes on the other side. So that was easy. I knew this part would be the easy part, so we put that on there. Now, like I said, don't know where this is supposed to go, and I'm trying to figure it out, so we'll just take our time with it. Theoretically, it would snap on right here. It might mean that I'm doing this wrong, but it's hard for me to tell. All right, so we're gonna assume that we did this wrong and try to figure out why we did it wrong. I think I did it like this instead of this. This is compelling. I know. But we'll figure this out pretty quickly. Figure out what I did wrong here pretty quickly. Okay, so yeah, that's right. Okay, so that's right. All right. That side is accurate. And then this goes over that, and that's accurate. All right, so now I need to figure out why D124 is not going into place where I need it to. We'll figure that out right now. Yeah. So, chat, if you got anything you want to talk about with me tonight, I'm all ears while I work on this part of this kit and try to figure out why it's not snapping into place. It doesn't seem to want to do what I want it to do, which is annoying. Because other than that, it looks good. I'm going to make sure that I pull the right piece out because sometimes that happens to me. Okay, well, that explains it. Maybe. I pulled out D23 instead of D24. They look to be pretty identical, but we'll still put this one on and see if that's what we were doing wrong. If suddenly when I put D24 on, if it works, because I had D23 going. And yeah, of course. Just pulled the wrong piece. You beat Link to the Past for the first time. Rhythm Bastard, congratulations. That's awesome. Congrats to you, friend. All right. Okay. So we did that. We got what we needed there. Did the piece there. And Now we're going to keep working on this hand here and get this going. All right, so we've got different options on the hands that we're going to put in. We're going to do the first one here. Yeah, always double check your numbers, especially when you're working with a new kit. I say like I wasn't the one that screwed up. I'm just giving you advice that I didn't need to take myself. But yeah, it happens. And all right, so we need E1 and F13. There's E1. There's F13 coming. Any large group of parts pre-put together on the, yeah. So like I said, the thing about the real grade is that like the hand is really well, the arm is really well done. Same thing with the legs. There's like a lot of this skeletal structure is done ahead of time with the real grade. So it's kind of similar to the high grade in that sense, and then it just has a lot of weird little tricks and stuff that approaches master grade. So there are some tiny pieces and that you don't normally find at a high grade, but it's been a cool build so far. All right, so put F13 on there, and then we put this on here, and that goes this one. Whoops, get this right. Friends are on the randomizer trend, so I figured I might as well. Oh yes, the I've seen that a little bit. Yeah, the random start places. That's pretty cool. I don't have any experience with that. But that's pretty cool. All right, so let's put D1 on here, 11 and 12. Yeah, I haven't done much gaming lately. I've been playing, I do PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Hearthstone. Those are my mainstays at this point, and that's pretty much all I've been doing lately. I don't normally play Arena in Hearthstone, but I've been playing these dual class Arena. Basically, you pick a class, and then you pick a class's hero power that's different from the class you had. In the same way that you have three choices of a class, and you have three other choices of the hero power, and then the cards you get to draw randomly that you then choose one of three over and over again are all cards. Some cards that are uh, used by everybody, and then you can pick between the two different classes, which is weird. It is a weird thing that they. I like it, but it's odd. It's an odd choice. It's meant for some interesting gameplay, I think. I'm pretty into it. So I've been doing that, and I don't normally play Arena, but it's a different sort of Arena, so I've been enjoying it. And then I think that's it. Yeah, and then PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, because PUBG is rules, and I have a lot of fun. I don't stream it because that would be my gaming PC, which I've never streamed on, and I would have to configure and do all. I do have to do a lot of stuff to get that up to snuff because it's barely a good gaming PC at this point. So to do more than what I'm doing with it would be pretty unlikely at this point. All right, so we've got most of it so far. I just need to put on this one piece here. I'm not really sure where this goes, so I'm just kind of looking at it right now. And okay, it goes like that. All right, great. Great. So that's most of one arm done, which is pretty fast for these kind of kits. And then I think I will, just for funs and funsies, I'll work on the other hand for this as well, which is E2. Yeah. So I said at the beginning of the stream we kind of had a little bit of numbers at the top. I'll talk about it right now as I finish up this arm. So the next thing we're doing, this we probably won't finish today, but we're gonna get very close. So we won't necessarily finish this kit today, but we're gonna get close to it, And then the other thing we can do is that in our next stream, which will be next Thursday, we'll finish this up, and then we will get to another model kit. Before we do that model kit, we're going to do this Mega Constructs Charmeleon. That's the next thing on deck. This is nonsense, and it's great, and it should take like a half hour, and I'll be doing those on the road because they'll be a lot easier to travel with than a full model kit. Okay, so we have the open hands and we could close hand. So that's probably going to be on Thursday because I don't expect to, even if I don't finish this, I'll definitely finish it on Thursday, and then we'll get started on that. And then we'll also work on our next model kit because, like I said, that's going to take a half an hour at most. So I expect to maybe get the next kit started. Hello, Bacon Robot. Welcome to the chat. Rhythm Bastard talking about your Warlock Zoo deck. Oh, the 2-cost Prince guy. Yeah. That guy works pretty good with. It means you can't have Defile in your deck, and Defile is an awesome card for Warlock, but it's pretty good otherwise. I apologize. My Streamlabs thing is not working right now. It should be, but it's not. So I have not been seeing your subscriber things or follow things. So Bacon Robot, thank you for the follow. Ryle Knuckles, thank you for the follow. It didn't show up, so I apologize for that. But thank you for that. Oh, there it goes. There you are, Bacon Robot. It's just very delayed. That's stupid. So I got closed fist, open fist, and there's one other fist we can do. I'll do that. I'm excited for that little dumb model kit that we're going to build, the Lego kit, the fake Lego Mega Constructs. It should be pretty fun, and those will be really easy to do on the road, so I can still do some build streams with you, but I don't have to, like, when I'm going down to Philly, I don't have to take a model kit with me. And having a few of those for emergencies will always be good. If I'm waiting for my next kit, but it doesn't arrive. And this will be a good time to tell you that my Patreons picked that I would do that next. I have a model kit that I'll do after that, but my Patreons were like, no, do this one first. So I'm going to throw them there. My $10 supporters on Patreon got to pick that. So here are some links for you at my Patreon, my wish list on Amazon, Ko-Fi. All money goes into me building more model kits and doing more stuff. So I'll put that all in there. You are, of course, not obligated to do anything. If you can subscribe with your Twitch token, or actually pay $5 and become a subscriber if you're not already, please do. Again, that is not a directive. That is just it would help me out a lot if you could do that. But like I said, I'm not asking I'm not telling you have to, but it would be awesome if you could. There's various ways to support me. And then, also, like, tweet about it. If you're on Twitter, like, say, like, oh, next time I stream, or even right now, be like, hey, I'm watching the stream. It's pretty cool. If you like model kits and nice people, come. If you like a pretty, like, laid-back chat that doesn't get too heated about anything, come to a chat room that I've never had to do mod tools with, that people have just been awesome. Or follow me on YouTube and watch all the streams. I archive all the videos. My Patreon backers will get this video sooner than everybody else. And then I will send it off tomorrow. This archive will be up for YouTube. It's usually the day after. Whereas the night of, or the afternoon of, depending, we send that off to our Patreon supporters with $5 or more. And that's just a small little way I can help out or support people that are supporting me. All right, so we're going to build our other arm. We got the hand we'll put aside. It's going to be exactly the same build. It should theoretically move a little faster because I just did it. But you never know. I could fuck it up again. I did just drop something, so I'll have to go pick that up later. So that'll be fun when that comes. All right, C14. Waffles, we do not get crazy in here. We are very polite and very nice and very supportive. I think the wildest we got was when we were all talking about the Dutch language version of DuckTales and how that might sound. I think that was the wildest, and by wild I mean respectful and fun. There's you can say a lot about y'all, but you are not wild and crazy, which is great because I have no interest in dealing with a crazy chat. Um, no interest at all. I like how polite and respectful and rad you all are. It's very helpful for me as a streamer because I already got a lot on my plate. I'm building stuff I've never looked at before. I'm trying to have conversations with y'all, keep an eye on chat, and do all that. So I do not have time to be doing mod tools, and I also don't have mods. At some point, I'll need them, but right now, y'all are the best. I know there are a lot of you that they just watch and don't communicate in chat. You've got me on in the background while you do other things, or where you're just relaxing, and so you're not engaged in the chat, which is fine. I'm totally cool with that. Everybody's got their own way they like to engage. I know there are some of y'all that just watch on YouTube later that don't watch me live because of your work schedule or the fact that you are in a foreign land from me in another country and you can't watch live. I get all that, and that's totally cool and fine. All right, so we're working on our hand here. Just dropped a piece. It flew off, and it is one of my tiny green pieces, which means that I will have a little bit of trouble finding it. I'm going to quickly scan the floor. I found it. I'm very surprised that I found it as soon as I did. And then we'll make sure that I scroll back. Great. So I'm going to try not to lose that again. Because luckily I managed to catch it. Those of you in the U.S., if anyone's got any Halloween plans, let me know. I'm working that evening, so that'll be my plans. I'm going to go into work early because I am on Avenue A in New York for my job, and lots of people take their kids. Some of them live in the neighborhood. Others just go to Avenue A in the East Village and walk up and down the streets and go into businesses for candy. So I'm going to go in early before my shift starts so that I can hand out candy to a bunch of awesome and rad kids, which I do every year. And it's very rewarding and very fun, and is way cooler than like just not handing out candy. You know, it's way cooler that I can do that. So I'll be doing that. That will be my Halloween plans. I won't have a costume for that part. Waffles are going to be handing out candy. That's cool. Sunday night, I will go into work with a costume and wear it for our Sunday evening show because we're going to wear costumes for that. And so I'll be teching, doing lights and sound in the booth in a costume, and that'll be very stupid and fun. All right, so then I need D1, 41, 42. Okay. Yeah, so if anybody else is doing anything, no one comes to your house. That's a shame, Mr. Bob. Yeah, so I live in an apartment, but that is part of a house. It's just the upstairs apartment from a house. So my landlord, who lives on the first floor of the husband and wife, they hand out candy. So even if I wasn't working, I wouldn't be able to hand out any candy because they would just do it. So instead, I'm very happy to go into work and hand out candy there. I bought some candy. I bought some giant bags of candy on Amazon, and they're in my freezer right now because I didn't want them to melt in my hot-ass apartment. So then a day of, I'll take them out, and so kids might get some pretty cold, fun-size Snickers and M&Ms and all that. But I also saved a ton of money because I often don't do that, and then I go to a grocery store, and I get charged an incredible amount of money, which makes sense that you would get charged an incredible amount of money. Makes total sense that would happen to you. Okay, so where does this go? Where does this go? This goes, so if that goes like this, and one of these goes on here. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. That'll make sense. All right. Just gonna really quickly snick this on. Oops. And snick this on. Great. Goes like that. Goes like that. And then, yeah, we're almost done with the hands. Again, very simple, very easy. I'm looking for E1 and E2. All right. There. And then E2. Like this. E2 goes on this one. All right. So, Rhythm Bastard, you've asked the $1,000,000 question. My thoughts on candy corn. So, I am on record. I am in an old Giant Bomb email thing where I wrote in Pat from Brooklyn and asked their opinions on candy corn. And I said, and I quote, candy corn is the worst corn, which I stand by that statement. I've also said that it is my least favorite candy in the world. I hate it so much because it's just wax. So I'm not a fan of candy corn. If you like candy corn, that's your God-given right. Enjoy your candy corn. Eat the stuff. Eat it so that I don't have to. But I am anti candy corn. I don't think it's good. I think it's bad. Even having said that, it's still not the worst thing you can give trick-or-treaters. If you give me a handful of candy corn, I'll be like, well, at least this is something for Halloween. Yeah, hey, here's the thing, waffles. It's just a sugar delivery system, right? But so is so many other kinds of candy that are good. There's lots of sugar. Like, I know some people don't like Smarties. I really like Smarties. I'll even, I won't down a Pixie Stick because that's just too much for me because I'm an old man now. But, like, there's other ways of getting your sugar. You don't need to eat candy corn, which don't taste good. That's just my opinion on it. I'm sure, and like I said, you like candy corn. If candy corn's your jam, you're a candy corn person. Okay, I guess. Go with God and enjoy your candy, but it's just not for me. It's not my thing. It's not what I want out of life. So I'm gonna say no to candy corn. But yeah, like I said, that's there are people out there love it to death. It's their favorite thing, and they're very happy when they can get some of their stupid candy corn. So good on ya. Go with God and all that. All right. So we have just about finished up here on our hands. We're going to work on our shoulders. We're going to attach our hands and then put some shoulders on. I got to put a little bit more armor on one of these hands here because I realize I haven't finished putting the armor on. And we'll do that right now. Smarties are different in Canada. Okay. Yeah, there's like there are like two different kinds of Smarties, and I never know which one is which and which people like more than they don't. But I know there's like two different kinds of Smarties. So I don't want to be like, this is the one you gotta have. But I like them. I mean, here's the thing. I'm not really a chocolate person. I never have been. Like some people live on it and they love it to death, and it's their absolute favorite thing. It's just never been mine. So I've just never been really a chocolate person. I do like a Kit Kat because I'm not a monster. And then I also do like on occasion a it's pretty hard to get. You have to get the miniatures from Hershey, but I like a Crackle. A Crackle is a great candy. It's a manageable Nestle's Crunch. So if there's Crackle, I'll eat that. But here's the thing: you can't just buy Crackle. You should be able to. I live in New York City, home of the M&M store, the Hershey store. There's an M&M store. There's a Hershey store. They're in the same area. You go in there. You go to Hershey's store. You ask for Crackle, and the person behind the counter says, "We don't sell Crackle by itself." We get asked that about once a day. So apparently, I'm not the only one going in there going like, "Hey, what about Crackle?" But they don't have it, so I can't get it, and it's stupid and annoying, and I'm mad about it sometimes, not all the time. I'm occasionally a little mad about it. But it's mostly fine. I just like that candy, and it's annoying that I have to buy a bunch of miniatures that I'm not going to eat just to get it. Canadian Smarties are chocolate or M&Ms. Oh, weird. Okay, that is definitely different. Okay, so it's time to put these arms on. I believe it wants me to do this. What? That seems weird. All right, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't understand how these arms go on. It goes like that. Oh, okay. It might take me a second here. Like I said, I've never done these real grades before, so I'm giving myself the opportunity to mess up a little bit with this. Okay, I got it. Great. Yeah, I'm also like, I keep forgetting how small this is because this is the 144 instead of the 100. But great. Okay. Arms are in. Arms are locked into place. We're good here. It's looking pretty good. All right, now we're going to do some shoulders, which should be pretty simple to do. Yeah. What we got here? Squirrel Prince, you're following me. Thank you so much. Appreciate it very much. Thank you for the follow. Oh, so it's 9:30. We're gonna finish off some stuff here. We'll do a few more little pieces here and there. Let's do the shoulders and the head. We'll do the weapons next week. But we got some time to keep going. You have a real great Zaku sitting around. So, wiped away the debt. Here's what I'll say about this while I get some pieces getting ready to build. So I like the 1/100 scale better than the 144. I like this real grade because it feels kind of like a high grade with extra cool stuff. High grades are very simple. This is a little more complicated than that. So I like that. It's got some tiny pieces that I don't necessarily love, that I'm not like super into right now. But for the most part, it's doing what I want, and it's fun so far. So that's cool. And then the other thing is that like it's obviously or not obviously it's in English. It's not in English, right? So some people that's a deal breaker. Some people can't handle it. They need some instructions in English. They can't do it in Japanese. They need it in their country of origin, native country. I'm not necessarily that way, but it is a little confusing just because I've never done one of these before. So I would say I like it. I don't love it. I have another real grade up on soon, and I will be happy to go back to a master grade after that. So basically I'm doing this. I'm going to do the Charmeleon, which I said was the thing I would do next, and then after that, I plan to do a master grade. I have a couple choices. My $10 Patreon backers are voting right now on the next kit I purchase, which will be down the line what I build next. So I like this, but I don't love it. Is kind of what I'm saying. I think I prefer the master grade to the real grade. But also, like I said, I like working in the master grade scale. I think it's a better scale. I have a lot more fun building things like that. All right. So this goes on like this. And this goes like this. Okay. Just putting these shoulder pieces on here. But like I said, I do wish that I do kind of wish that that there was English language on this one, just because I've never worked on this particular kit before. That would be helpful to have a little bit more instruction, because occasionally I do get a little confused, and I would rather have a little bit more help with that. But other than that, I do like the kit. Oh yeah, so next week I should have my normal schedule of Thursday and Saturday. Thursday 8 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Sunday or Saturday, back to my normal 9 p.m. till 10:30 p.m. That should be without any problem, any hitch. We'll be back on that schedule. But if you are in the New York City vicinity, or you can travel to New York easily, GaymerX East is happening next weekend, so I'm going to put up links to that. GaymerX East is awesome. And I'm doing 2 panels. One panel on Saturday, I'm not running, but I got asked to be on a panel called "How to Get That Panel Like a Pro Without Being One." So I'm doing that, and I'm excited about that. I have some things to say. I will tell the story of how I, quote unquote, tricked a huge video game convention into letting me do a panel, a complete unknown at the time. Still pretty unknown, but at the time, completely unknown in the world of video games, and how I convinced them to give me an incredible time slot to do a panel. So that'll be my first panel there, and that's Sunday. I'm doing 404ing It, which is the show I run at major conventions, and I'll be doing that on sorry, what day am I doing that? Oh, that's Sunday at 2 p.m. And my guests are Abby Russell, Danielle Riendeau, and Alex Zandra Van Chestein. So this piece is not snapping on to the other piece in the way that I would like. I don't know why. Oh, no, these are... Oh, I put the wrong one on again. All right, this is the second time in this show that I put on the wrong one. So we will put on the right one, and then it'll just work, because I'm a dummy. Yep. Usually I know that's a good cue that I'm getting towards the end of a stream, when I just start screwing up out of nowhere. And then I D1 number 6, which is this one. Great. All right. Yeah, so that's next week. Your RG has a bunch of pink arrows with mystery text I need to look up. Oh, and you looked it up online. Yeah, Mr. Pop, that's a good call. I probably would. Yeah, the pink arrows sometimes don't necessarily make sense. Like, I'm just not sure what they're asking of me. And I could always look that up online. And it's probably for the best if I did that on occasion. All right, so that goes like that. But yeah, I just haven't. I haven't bothered to look up some of the things I had a question about online, and I probably should. Yeah, so yeah, I'll be GaymerX next weekend, but my schedule shouldn't be different. The 404ing It video will go up on my YouTube. I'm going to film it. It'll be just a single camera shoot, so it won't be as good as the professional job that ENC 3000 does. My usual photographer friends and videographers do a phenomenal job, but they are not going to be at GaymerX. So I am just going to film the panel and the screen and then put that up, so it won't be as cool. But I want to put it up anyway for those that can't come to the show. And then I'm doing another 404ing it. I'm doing 2 404ing it this month, which is stupid. So I'm doing another 404ing it at PAX Unplugged at the end of the month, so November, and that will go up on Twitch, and then I'll just steal the archive off Twitch and then put it on YouTube. Okay, so that goes. I want to try to do this right so that I don't have to do it again. The age-old issue of trying to nail it so that I don't have to undo my work. All right, I think I got that. Oh, didn't get it. Trying again. Didn't get it. Whoop, and then the arm just came off. So that clearly I did not nail it. All right, let's try it again. The shoulder piece might be a problem on both sides. We'll find out in a little bit. And is there some sort of... Did I miss a step somewhere? It's entirely possible. Oh, there's some sort of little ribbon thing. Yeah. I don't know. All right, so that goes on there, and then need D1, 2. Oops. Tiny little. It's a tiny little piece. Yo, boy. All right. So yeah, so we're getting towards the end of this. Obviously, I'm having a little trouble here, but nothing I can't handle as we get towards the end of this kit. And yeah, there was some sort of piece that I'm missing here, but it all seems to be going together pretty well. And whoops, that came off there. Yeah, this shoulder piece doesn't seem to want to stay on, which is weird because it should just work, and the fact that it isn't is annoying. Okay, that's on. Yeah, it's just not. It's not as stable as I would like, which is annoying. I'm not sure why. What's this? Pardon me, folks. No, that's like... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why this isn't working as well as it could and why it's not staying on. We're going to build the other part, and then off stream, I'll figure out why it doesn't want to work right. But let me just finish building the other one of these, and then we'll assemble that. So with just the same steps we just did there, I need A30 and A33, A30, and F7. Okay. Hello, everybody that's joining me towards the end. We're going to go till right before 10 p.m. I'll stop right before 10 and then switch over to twitch.tv/PAX so that I can watch Aaron Trites host the League of Heels show. Thank you for joining me here tonight. Normally I go till 10:30 p.m. Eastern. Tonight I'm just going till 10 p.m. And I apologize for that. But I had to wanted to support my my friend and co-producer of League of Heels. This is the first League of Heels show that Aaron does not have me there. First one I'm missing because I could not go to Australia. But I'm there in spirit. So yeah, so I'm happy he was able to go. I think he's having a great time. He's there with some awesome people. I can't wait to watch it. I know, some of the cool things that are going to happen in it. I know some of the people involved and all that, but obviously, I don't know what's going to happen once the game starts. And Aaron had a little trouble getting some support down there, technical wise, because it's just he's flying solo. But it should be really good and fun. So I recommend when I'm done streaming, go over to jump over to twitch.tv/PAX and watch Aaron's do his thing and run an awesome stream on the main stage at PAX Australia, which looks huge and too big for our dumb wrestling. As always, it seems too good for us. But I'm happy he's there, and then excited for more PAX wrestling stuff in the future as we continue to make dumb things together. And, all right, so we'll put that together there. So as far as I know, the game will start. He is doing a Rumble. We announced that. We were originally going to try to get someone down there with a gaming laptop, because Aaron does not have one of those, and run some games, but that turned out to be a problem. So instead, we're just going to do where'd it go? So instead, yeah, we're just going to run the N64 and do a Rumble with all the participants down there. And I believe that everything will work out fine, because the nice thing about doing a main stage show is Aaron was able to go and get a tech rehearsal in, which we've only had when we've had main stage performances. So only twice. This is only the second time that we've ever been able to go and really test things out, which is so crazy considering how tech intense our shows are. And we're just starting to get tech people that understand what we're doing, because a lot of times they have no concept of what our show is, because we've told Pierce or Ryan Hartman, when he was still doing stuff like that, we would tell them what was up. It is his N64. Supposedly he's got what he needs to make that work in Australia, and that it apparently tested well and works fine. So I'm going to believe that to be true, and then I will be sadly disappointed if it doesn't work, but also hilarious if it doesn't work, because that's kind of part of our dumb charm. Yeah, so these shoulders don't want to stay on. I don't know why, but we'll soldier on with this without the shoulders on, and I will do some research off stream before Thursday and figure out why they don't want to work, and I'll let you know why they don't want to work. I think it's traveling more of a... Yeah, and the N64 has now left the United States, and that's pretty crazy. And yeah, now Aaron's N64 has been to Australia, and I have not. So that is not depressing, but it is silly. It's a silly thing to say out loud, that my friend's game console has done more traveling of the world than I have. My friend's old, outdated, stupid gaming console has done more traveling than me. There was talk that some folks that we know and love were going to go to Australia this year, and it didn't happen. It was one of the reasons why Aaron decided he was going to go, is it sounded like some people that we knew and loved were going to go as well, and that didn't happen, and that's fine, because I think Aaron's going to put on a really good show for them, and it's nice to say that we've done it. Right now, at this very moment, in 15 minutes, we'll have done every PAX that has existed, because PAX Unplugged hasn't happened yet. So we can say that once he starts it, we'll have done every PAX. I'd love to get back to PAX South. The crowd at PAX South ruled. That was an awesome group of people out there. They really liked Southern Slam. I'd love to get back there. That's my goal. I don't think 2018 is when it's going to happen. A lot is happening in my life personally, and also in Aaron's life, but I think 2019, I would love to return to PAX South and bring 404ing it and bring League of Heels there. That would be rad. All right, so what I'm gonna do is Shoulders, I'm going to put aside. I'm going to figure out later why that didn't work. We're going to do the head, and we're going to stop at the head, and then I'll do the weapons at the very start of the next stream next Thursday. Okay. So we're going to build a head. We need D1. The head unit. D130. So some of these pieces are going to be very small, and I'm going to do my best to take my complete time with it and try to nail it. Like, they're just some very tiny pieces. So I'm going to do that thing where I'm just take my time, go really slow with it, and then try to use the snipper clips to kind of keep some of the pieces in place so that they go together easier. So this is C1, 9. Messages I don't need. Yeah. So yeah, so this will be the kind of wrapping up the stream for today. Is just finishing up this head. Thank you for joining me. We got another few minutes left, so don't go anywhere. Ride out the stream with me. Let's finish this up. But yeah, if you don't follow me already, please do. Speaking of which, Trelution, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it very much. And yeah, and if you have your Twitch coin available, give me a follow. We hit 30. So during the Thursday stream, we hit 30 right before it. So I was able to do the raffle and give away the Lego model kit. And then we then I got to 31, and then I lost a subscriber because most likely someone's just Prime just like ran out from a month ago, because you have to auto renew. You can't auto renew. You have to actually physically renew. So I would love it if you could give me a subscription, especially if you have Twitch Prime. Use that token for me. That would be rad as heck. Obviously under no obligation to do that. And then on YouTube, I'm going to put up all the links, and then the links here I'll put again for my Patreon and my sorry. These are very tiny, and so I want to get these right. But yeah, I've got a Patreon. We got some people there. We're halfway to our goal. So if I hit $150 a month, right now I'm at 72. If I hit $150 a month, then I will add a Tuesday afternoon stream, and I will stream 3 days a week. So that's what I'm working towards. Any of the money I make on that, along with my coffee and my Patreon and subscribers, all of that goes to buying more kits. And first couple days, I was like, oh, people are supporting me. And so I was able to get the backdrop that I wanted, these black curtains that I have behind me. I was able to do that. I was able to buy a couple more kits. And then, I put some investment into equipment, and I'd like to upgrade my equipment now and again. Maybe I would like to make this webcam better. The one that's facing me here, I think, is fine. I'd like to get a better webcam that focuses on the table. I'd like to get a bigger table, have more workspace. That would be rad. So there's some things that I would like to do that I can't do until with the current level of support that I have. So I am trying to build that out. All right. So yeah, those are just things that, they're ways to support me. Also, my Amazon wish list, I'll put that back up there. That has been really cool. People have been picking up some stuff on that now and again. And this is actually this kit right now that I'm working on at this very moment. This Exia. A subscriber reached out and said, hey, if you put this up on your Amazon wish list, I'll buy it because I built it and I liked it. So this kit came from a follower, and so now I am building it because they wanted me to, and they bought it. All right, I'm having a little trouble getting this head to lock into place here. All right, what's wrong? Whew, okay. Sorry, folks. This is tiny little work, and I am tired. Sometimes when I get towards the end of a stream, my attention to detail goes down a little bit, and I start not snipping as close as I should, and making mistakes that are obvious. Yes, there we go. All right, that locked into place. I've got the face done. I've got C1, 2. Okay, I know what that is. That's one of our last green pieces here. And I want to make sure that I do this right. Great. So that's all right. This is the green there. So that goes in like that. Sorry for being quiet, but this is kind of like tiny little work that I'm doing here, and so I don't want to screw any of it up. So I need C1, 11, and 10. All right. So we'll do that next here. We're working on the head. We're finishing that up, and then we'll be done in just a couple minutes here. Just gonna finish the head, and then or just like not even finish that. I'm just gonna finish this part of the head. We'll finish up the rest of the head, and then do our blade weapons and our shields on next Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And so that goes like this. So we're just going to get this part in, lock that into place. Pardon me, it's just like a little slow going here. Like I said, I'm trying to do this right so that I don't have to. These are tiny pieces, and I want to get them right. So I apologize for my lapse in talking, but I hope everyone has a good rest of your Saturday and a great Halloween for those of you that celebrate Halloween on Tuesday, and I'll be back on Thursday with more streaming as always, and yeah, I'm just gonna try to get this head done here. They might have to wait because I might be too tired to do it. Well, we'll see if I can do it. All right, no, look, no, I think we're gonna nail it. Just want to make sure that I'm not doing this wrong, because I could really fuck this up. All right, one more piece here. Just attach our brain. Great, we did it. Okay, so we're gonna finish off the head on put that in the box. We'll finish up the head on Thursday along with everything else. So I want to thank you all for joining me here. Thanks for spending your Saturday night with me on the chat. You know, all that stuff. If you're building anything, if you're working on anything, doing any kits, as always, please message me, send me a tweet, and I'll retweet it all the time and let people know what you're working on. Thank you for spending some time with me here. The archive will go up. Oh yeah, working on that Charmeleon on Thursday, because we'll just finish this up and then do that Charmeleon for the rest of the stream on Thursday. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your weekends. And yeah, around 10 o'clock Eastern time, so in like 4 minutes or so, twitch.tv/PAX to watch the League of Heels Great Australian Bash. Have a great night, everybody. Bye-bye.